So first, let me present to you the project I have worked on with 9 classmates for 4 months. Illtide is a 3-player online action-adventure cooperative boss rush game. Voila! To be honest, nobody cares about the game. And neither me and the team have interest in trying to sell you what we made or what we could make, because nobody on the team would like to continue what we started. Because we liked hell working on this project, our classmates can testify of how salty we were during production. So salty that we may have left marks in what used to be our working space. But I am still here to write about it, and the whole team was there during the presentation to talk about it. So instead, I took the opportunity to tell you about the major lessons we have learned thanks to this project, in hope that you do not make the same mistakes as we did, and if you did, tell you that you are not alone, and that solutions exists. Let's go back to November 2017. Game pitches have been selected by professors. A pitch dating event is organized, and everyone has an idea for which project to work for. Students in management set a scrutiny with a completely neutral selection, not taking in account any sort of blacklist or personal preferences of everyone to impose impartiality. Votes are in, and every team is formed with more or less joy, as not everyone is going to work on the most wanted project. That's normal. That's how it works. And it's the same in the industry. This is when the Purified team was formed. The game was renamed during production to avoid misleading ideas. Purified, at first, is an asymmetrical cooperative action RPG video game setting on universe mixed between fantasy and medieval. Do you see a problem with this pitch? No, absolutely normal. It seems to be a cool game. However, this is also a game with online coop. With a third-person view, where our vertical slice prototype objective is to make a full level with puzzles that have multiple solutions and ending with an epic boss fight. Do you see a problem now? If you do not see any problems, you might be working for Activision or Rockstar and are able to work 110 hours a week on the project with a fully experienced team. But when you are a student, it is impossible to be able to achieve this fully in 4 months. Which leads us to our first lesson. It's always too big. Your objective is to reduce the game as much as possible and cut any superfluous features to focus on the essential parts of your game. And maybe you will get to add nothing, but you probably will not have the time. Spoiler, every company has this problem. But here we are. And instead of reducing the scope of the game, we went ahead and brainstormed about what we could do with it. And most importantly, what could we do to appreciate it, as not all team members were happy to work on this project. When we started, indeed Cade Europe was happening in Paris, and part of the team went there. We agreed on thinking about what we could do, and talk about it when everyone was back at school, to make sure everyone could find themselves in the project. Do you know what is a creative direction? To try and quickly sum it up for you, in my mind, creative direction is about finding a way to travel through a universe of possibilities without any navigation instruments, and the objective in a project is to organize and cooperate for this journey. To organize it well, you must define a part of this universe you want to explore. The scope, it can be big or small, and is never fixed, because as said above, you will mostly be working to reduce it throughout. In the scope, you will blindly travel towards what could be your game. This journey is never straight. Sometimes you go out of scope. Sometimes you make U-turns. The objective here is to iterate, explore and try to evolve the game to its full potential, and find what's essential to your experience. This is just my theory, And I am sure you are wondering about what we did for Purified, when you do not have any creative direction. Or even worse, if your team does not agree on a single concept, a direction, it gives you this mess. Everyone just starts making stuff on their own, and following their own direction. Everyone gets stuck on their own ideas, work on stuff that does not make any sense for the game, and that does not combine together, and will most likely end in a battle of egos. You can realize how lost you are, and how quickly the project is drifting. Nobody agrees on anything, so a new idea comes up to start anew, and reboot the whole project, to simplify and maybe try to get everyone back on board. For us, this reboot was named GAMMUT, a small cooperative puzzle game, something thought of in panic, during break, to try to create a new drive for the team, because, as we are making this decision, we are 2 months in, and we realized having aimed too big, and this did not help, not at all. It may have had the complete opposite effect, by splitting the team even more. So, to get back to creative direction, the lesson here is, choose who is going to choose. When nobody is agreeing on something, set someone to make the final decision for the team, and be professional by respecting this decision. There are infinite ways to do this. You can choose a single person, multiple persons to be responsible for the game. This does not mean being a dictator on the game. A great creative director is someone that will be the captain of this journey and follow team flow and change trajectory as needed. And yes, making these decisions are tough. But if you are making a game in school, you are here to learn and make mistakes. This is not the game of your life. You are going to mess up. Embrace it. Okay. Now that you have overscoped your game, and nobody on the team listen to each other, this is when you realize the real problem behind every single creative project made in team: communication. If you want to make things as a group, you got to learn to communicate, and that goes through a few key points. You are working, and will work with talented people that might still be learning about their crafts, but that might also have way more knowledge and skills in their work than you do. You are here to challenge them with your skill and knowledge, but never denigrate their work. If you do, you will only trigger egos and create conflicts where only teamwork and professionalism should arise from this. And speaking of egos, throw it in the trash. You are here to work together, so work together. Worked in the same space. We've had the change to have dedicated workspaces at ENJMIN. It is possible to work remotely with online communication tools. But nothing will go quicker than turning your head around, then asking the person next to you about this problem you have. Because any way to communicate online will only add noise to the signal, and in the worst cases, make you say, "Math, this can wait," because it will get lost. So, to sum up, communicate. You are humans. Talk to one another if you have problems. If everything is going well, it might be difficult at first, because you do not know anyone. I have worked with this person yet, but that should not discourage you. Go eat together. Play some cooperative fun games. Grab a drink responsibly. Try to get to know each other. You are not to love one another, but you have to work together. Again, be professional. The reason I did this presentation and wrote this article is not to be haughty or to act like a know-it-all. I have no rights to be after making so few games. But the thing I know is that the game dev industry lacks these kinds of stories to be publicly told. We have great documentaries about game creation. The joy and passion that goes into making successful games such as the Noclip YouTube channel, or the Double Fine Adventure series. But you do not get that much stories or coverage about why and how some games fails completely. Because these failures represent days, weeks, or even months where everything goes to shit professionally and personally. Because it will mess with you sometime both on a mental and physical level. And that's what happened for us. We hated each other more and more throughout the project. We were completely losing faith in our potential careers. We were failing interview because of it. Because try to sell your skills in a game company while your biggest project is awful. This was hell. But the thing is that, after a while, you will get it. You will understand what being professional means, and manage to go through this project. This is hard,